Today we're going to talk about how successful people think. And if I were to summarize it in one phrase, it would be focus on your attitude, not your results. Oftentimes in our society, we put such a focus on results, such as sales goals in businesses or stats, anything like that. Grades, GPA, school, and everything's a competition. It's always about winning and getting that result, that prize at the end of the road. And we don't spend enough time thinking and discussing the attitude behind it. I was talking with my personal life coach last week, and I was talking about how in the past I used to compare myself a lot with my brother and sister. And I told her that, my brother and sister, my sister owns her own business. My brother, at the age of 25, was a manager of 200 to 300 employees. And so they were really successful, and I've always felt like I've never been able to catch up to them. And anytime they would fail, they would just pick themselves back up and keep going. And she said, stop right there. What you just said right there is what you should be comparing yourself to. Not the results, but the fact that your brother and sister pick themselves back up every single time they fall. And that is the attitude I'm talking about that makes people successful. And in that moment, it was solidified, it was clarified that I should stop looking at the results and trying to meet the results, because that's why I felt like I kept failing, is because I was looking at the results. And once I shifted my focus to my attitude, I realized that every single time I fail, I can look at the situation objectively and be like, okay, what can I learn from this situation? And there's a really powerful quote by John Wooden, the late John Wooden, who is considered one of the best coaches in sports history. He said, "Winning games, titles, and championships isn't all it's cracked up to be, but getting there, the journey, is a lot more than it's cracked up to be." So pretty much what he's saying is, it doesn't matter if you win a championship or lose a championship. It's really about the journey. It's really about how you view the perspective of it. And I was reading an article, and he also mentioned that he didn't care so much about the games. He didn't care about like the playing the games and everything like that. What he cared about was going to practices every day. That's what he really missed. And it's really that practice of shifting your attitude into becoming the person that you want to be. And so just in summary, successful people focus on their attitude and how they look at the world versus their results. If you achieve something, great, celebrate, but also realize that you were just a hair, you might have been just a hair short of getting a loss. FIFA World Cup, for example. That's a perfect example where, one goal makes a huge difference. And it's really about looking at it and saying, hey, okay, we lost this year. What could we do for the next World Cup? How could we step it up and win the next World Cup? And John Wooden had that mentality that even if the players won a game, it doesn't mean they won, because he was really focused on, did you do your best? If you beat them by 10 points, awesome. But did you play your hearts out? Did you give it your all? And unless you gave it your all, then you did not win inside. So if the successful people have that mindset where it's not about winning or losing, but it's really about giving your all and putting your heart on the line and just going for it. So that's all I have for this week, and looking forward to seeing you next week. All right? See ya.